Hello, welcome to the What I Have Spare Time podcast. My name is Frank, and I'll be sitting here talking to you for a few minutes. As usual, I'm wearing clothes. I'm wearing a Power Girl shirt. She's my favorite DC comic book character, and I like her because she's good looking. Yes, I'm one of those people who like fictional characters based on their looks. She's a woman that is drawn like a woman. I'm all for that. Anyway, one plus she's funny, but um, so recently, in the past few days, Will Thomas. Will Thomas is a guy, but he participates in uh, women in women's college swimming. Anyway, Will Thomas is the women's NCAA. Why did I say that? Will Thomas is the women's NCAA swimming's champion of 2022. Yeah, that's what I said. Will Thomas is the women's NCAA women's champ. I mean, that's clown world if you ask me, but for some reason, I don't know why, guys are allowed to compete against women in college sports. This is crazy. And the thing that sucks about it is you'll never see a woman compete in the men's division of anything. Now, I know been a few times where there's been like a female kicker playing on a football team because like football is actually it's not men's only. It's just that only men play football because, well, come on, think about it. But anyway, there've been a few female kickers and punters, and they didn't last long. It was more like a novelty. Like they'll play one game just to say they played a game, but they're not. Come on, let's be honest. Men are stronger and faster than women, so that's why you don't see women switch to men's sports. But of course, a man can dominate any woman's sport. Listen, I'm not the most athletic person. Well, I'm in good shape, whatever. But anyway, you know what I'm saying. I'm not a professional athlete, not even close. I work out to maintain a lead singer form, because I'm a musician first, so I stay in good enough shape to be in a band. So whatever you think that is, okay. Anyway, basically I just stay, relatively skinny. But even me, I could probably dominate a professional female athlete in any sport they play just because I'm a guy. It has nothing to do with anything else. That's just how it is, you know. Anyway, well, okay. If we're talking like WNBA, of course, if there's a chick who's 6'6", she'll probably beat me in a game of basketball. I mean, she'll probably block every shot I took. But anyway, I probably score though, because I'm good looking. And also in world news, Richard Levine. Is it Richard Levine or Richard Levine? The last name is Levine. I'm just going to say Richard Levine. Okay? Richard Levine won USA Today's Woman of the Year. I mean, come on. Richard Levine won USA Today's Woman of the Year. So in the same year, we have Will Thomas won the Women's NCAA Swimming Championship, and Richard Levine won USA Today's Woman of the Year award. Man, it is a man's world. I mean, that's just the bottom line. Men are killing it. Just end of story. Men are better than women. You got two guys winning a woman's dominated categories here. You got a dude who won the women's swimming championship, and you got a guy who won Woman of the Year. Women, you got to do better, because us guys are taking your trophies. We're taking your medals. Now, I won't go as far to say he's taking your men, but maybe that's what Will and Richard want to do. But don't be surprised if you just see men having babies. Man, we live in a sad state. It's just sad times right now. Oh well, it is what it is. I really don't know. Well, okay, on the sports anyway. I don't know what this says about women's sports now because I mean, if men are allowed to compete against women in college sports, it's over. Think about it. Think about this. You're you're a kid in high school, a guy, okay? You want to go to college. Your family's poor. You can't afford to go to college. You can take out a student loan. But wait, you don't want to take out a student loan because student loans. Okay, listen, I know people. Well, I used to have friends. I used to know people who were in their 50s and were still paying off student loans. And they had, the job that they wanted, because they had to go to college for this job. Okay, so with a nice job, they're still paying off their college loans like 30 years later. Okay, and then after Biden said he was gonna forgive all the student loans and didn't, that, so basically, the only way you can go to college is like get six jobs and save up, or like, or get a student loan that's gonna basically make you an indentured servant for like 30 years. No one wants to do that. No one wants to like get a college degree and then spend the next whatever 30 plus years of your life paying it off or like bankrupt your family. It's just not worth it. So like what if you're a young man in high school and you really want to go to college? What are you gonna do? No, you're gonna identify as a woman and just start playing female sports, guaranteed to get a college scholarship. You're guaranteed to get a full ride in any sport you pick. And well, like whatever. Let's say you're a dude and you want a full ride to a college. You just do track and field. Pretty much every man is fast, in shape. If there's a guy and a woman and they're in decent shape, the man is always faster. So just imagine a dude pretending to be a chick getting a full ride on a track scholarship. Easy. I mean, that's easy. Imagine being a dude getting a full ride as a girl for with a basketball scholarship. I've never seen a girl who's better at basketball than a guy. Like if both are, been playing the same amount of time. Like whatever, like a high school senior girl and a high school senior boy. The boy's always better. I mean, you're gonna see an influx. You're gonna see a rise in men playing women's track and field, women's basketball, women's tennis, women's swimming, and women's golf. Because you can get full ride scholarships for all those, and women's volleyball. You'll see. You'll see. You've heard it here third. So I'm not the first person to say this, but women's college sports is over. Guaranteed, it is over. And then the Olympics already allow this, right? The Olympics allow men to compete against women. Okay, so now you have this influx of like basketball, track and field, volleyball, like tennis. This influx of men dominating the women's division in college, and then they all have the chance to be an Olympian. Why not? Why not go for it? Think about it. You don't have to train as hard because you're a guy anyway, which gives you whatever, Like if this was like a role playing game, if you're a guy playing against a girl, it's like having a, +4 sword. It's like having a Drow Slayer, natural 20. No, anyway, but it's like it's like you're guaranteed basically first place unless there's other dudes in the race or whatever competition you're in. Dude, women's sports is over. Man, think about a women's soccer team with like a couple guys on it. Guaranteed win. Guaranteed. There's like no stopping them. Like I've seen like really good men soccer players play against really good women soccer players. Not even close. Not even close. There, I saw this one clip of this guy dribbling the ball up the pitch, the field, whatever. There were like four girls trying to get the ball from him. He he did the razzle dazzle, and then the girls tried to bump him off. No chance. The girls were bouncing off of him because he's a guy. Women's sports is over. And this might be the first time in history where women's sports is actually watchable. Now, except for beach volleyball. Beach beach volleyball is gonna stay female only. Because trust me, no one wants to see. Beach beach women's beach volleyball is safe. No one. Okay, seriously. Women's beach volleyball might be my favorite sport to watch, and if any dude wants to, uh, ruin that for the rest of us, trust me, me and other men of culture are gonna put it into that quick. Do not ruin women's beach volleyball. Do not ruin any sport that has women and beach in it. Okay? The reason why women's beach volleyball is so popular is because obvious reasons. Now, also, women's track and field is popular for those same reasons, but the thing is, it's not marketed like that. Like women's beach volleyball, you know why you're watching it, and like the dedicated audience is watching it because of the women, because they got nice bodies and they're in bikinis. Track and field actually does have track and field fans, so they're not actually, men of culture. Anyway, but yeah, I don't. Well, and also, this will also lower women getting college scholarships, which will lower the rates of women graduating college, which will increase the number of women having children. Because the higher a woman's education, the less likely she is to find a man, because women don't want to date down, and we have like declining birth rates, well, worldwide, but in America. Anyway, like this is the first time that more women over 30 don't have children. Like 51% of women over 30 don't have a child. But think about what's been going on, feminism and women's education. There's so many scholarships and programs to get women to go to college. I believe the last stat I heard, it was something ridiculous. Okay, I forgot the stat off my head, so you have to do your own research on this. But there were several more programs to get women to go to college than men. Like, I'm talking dozens, but I forgot the exact number, so I don't want to say. I did look it up. It slipped my mind, but once again, you can do your own research. And so, society's pushing women to, go to school and whatnot and say, like, your career's the best thing ever. But the side effect of that is they don't have children. Because, once again, there's this thing called hypergamy. Women, it's just natural. It's not bad. It's just how, it's Darwinism, like back when we lived in caves, the women wanted the best man because he would protect her and bring back food and stuff, and she had a better chance of raising her child. So we're basically the same. We just live in houses now. So a woman's gonna want a man that can provide more than she can provide. So if a woman's making $100,000 a year, she wants a guy that's making $200,000 a year, because she's gonna feel like she's dating down if she's not. And that's just how it is. So, um, in a weird way, men dominating women's sports will actually help with the college. It'll help with men's college graduate rates, and actually help the population grow, because there'll be more women who won't be able to go to college, and the less women in college, meaning they'll find a man instead to provide for them. So maybe this whole messed up thing is just a sick and twisted way, aka 4D chess. I'm not talking 3D chess, I'm talking 4D chess, to actually help the declining birth rates. I mean, it's possible. Because what did they say? Like in 20 years, like our social security is going to be really messed up because there's not enough people working, because the birth rates have declined so much. There won't be enough people to collect taxes from to pay social security. So you know what? I want to thank all the men dominating women's sports right now and winning Women of the Year awards, and just being better women than women can be. The men making these sacrifices, dominating women, is going to help society in the long run. I really think so. Like this is some crazy 4D chess move, and it's like you heard it here first. Like I'm getting this realization in real time. I didn't even think that far. Well, because first of all, I'm just a 3D chess person. I'm not a 4D chess. You see, like I think three steps ahead. But no, man, these dudes like Richard Levine and Will Thomas, these are 4D chess players. They're killing it, and then they got the backing of the woke media. You know, the woke, the woke are horrible for entertainment, but great for making the birth rates rise by taking away women's ability to get college scholarships for athletics. That's gonna drop, the women's college graduate rates by at least 2%. But that makes a difference, though. Anyway, I think I've said enough nonsense. I will talk to you guys later. Enjoy your day, guys. Peace.